It's rainy season here in Guatemala. And actually right now it's not raining, which is nice. This is my first rainy season. What I love about it is that everything is getting so lush and green. The downside is that it's like raining. It's been raining for a week. While the protests have been happening in the US, here it's just been downpouring every day. And this morning I got really kind of cranky about it. We tried to take Bella this morning to go get spayed, because now that she's our responsibility, that's our responsibility as dog parents. And we went in the rain down to the municipal office, and it was 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. We were trying to get the permission to take a boat because of the quarantine. You can't just move around with freedom. You have to get permissions to go to the next village. And so the veterinarian is in a place called San Pedro, which is on the other side of the lake. So in order to go there, we have to go to the office and get the permission. And so this morning we went in the rain, and it didn't work, and it was very frustrating to be wet and and just not accomplish the mission. And I got back, and I was feeling really just crappy and really just complainy and whiny. And I let myself go into it. I told Matt, I was like, Matt, can I just express some drama and grief? And I just let it out. And there was a little bit of a war in my mind, because then I was making myself wrong for feeling this way, and we were really tired, and it was wet, so we just decided to get warm and cozy and just crawl back into bed and just rest for a few hours. And there was a kind of battle that went on in my mind. Part of my mind is you shouldn't be wasting time on rest. You should get up and be productive. Go do the thing. For example, at the end of my book, Leaving America with Erica, there's a free class, and I haven't fixed it yet, so you can actually access it. And so it's weighing on my mind, and all the things, the people I need to follow up with, and all the things that are, you know how you have the list in your mind of things you have to do. And so I was laying there with this little war going on in my mind, listening to the rain on the roof of the house. And then finally, I arrived at this point where I was just you know what? Let it go. Just let it go. All of the fault finding, all of the doubting, all of the questioning, all of the not enough, I'm not enough, this isn't okay. It was just you know what? Just let it go. And in that moment, I just chose to be compassionate with myself. I chose to just be compassionate with the rain. I chose to be compassionate with the grief that I was feeling towards what's happening in the US. I chose just to be really gentle with myself. And so I laid there, and Matt fell asleep next to me, and I just kind of just laid there awake, just feeling all of this, these feelings and this, that internal war. Sometimes you're laying there in bed, and it just feels like there's this net of thoughts over me, kind of pressing down on me. And I just made a choice. I made a choice in that moment, like I make any other choice, and that was just to love myself, to love the rain, to love the fact that my clothes haven't dried for a week. Clothes that I washed a week ago. Yes, Bella. Oh, thank you, love. And when we got up from that rest. I think we spent 2.5 hours. We've also finished watching Harry Potter, which is great. And we got up from that rest, and what? I felt good. I felt soft. I felt loving. I felt open. And we went down to the municipal office. We got the permissions. We went to the little Commodore, the little restaurant in town overlooking the lake. Had a nice lunch. And I guess my point is I'm really glad that I chose to just give myself a break. And I'd been praying that morning. So after we got back from the failed mission, we went to the river in the rain and just sat by the river, and we sat there for a little while, and then Matt and Bella left, and I was I'm gonna hang back for a second. And I said a prayer, and the prayer went something like this, God, please direct me, direct my thoughts, direct my actions, direct my motivations, direct my choices, help me be more loving, help me be more accepting of all of these feelings and all of these things that I don't like. I don't like the rain, I don't like all of the violence and suffering happening in the United States and all around the world right now. I don't like these things. I don't like these things. I don't want it. Meh. And just, I prayed. I said, God, please just help me take it easy. Please help me be gentle with myself. Please help me be gentle with others. Please help me be gentle with Matt and with Bella. Please just, like, help me be soft. And just, like, direct this day towards what you would have it be. Direct me towards what you would have me do and who you would have me be. And then help me do those things and help me be that person. And I really feel like that helped me a lot. It helped me get out of my head and just recognize that in every moment I can make choices. Whether that's the choice to take responsibility for the well-being of someone else, like Bella here, or the choice to love myself in a moment where I feel shitty, where I don't feel loving, where I don't like. Just like, okay, you know what? And then this afternoon I've just been walking around with this sort of awe in the fact that I started the day feeling kind of like crappy, you know? And then by this afternoon I'm looking around and it's like, wow, everything is actually perfect. Exactly as it is, and exactly as it isn't. And I can be okay with that. Because we're making choices in every moment. And I can make the choice to love myself, just like I make any other choice. So, that's my thought. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Bella. So, looks like on Monday we're going to be taking Bella to San Pedro to get her spayed, and it's a pet shop, so hopefully we can get her a collar and maybe a leash. But right now she just like follows us. She like heels perfectly. If I can't find her, I typically just have to like look down and she's like standing in my blind spot. So Bella is such a great dog, and I'm so glad that we had the chance to sort of like test her out for 2 months before we decided to adopt her. And that's also why we adopted her, is because she's just too good. She's just like the perfect, sweet, friendly, just like lovable creature. And you know, we see so many dogs here in the valley who are skinny, who don't have a person, who, you know, are just surviving some way or another, and I wish I could help them all. And I try. But sometimes you just have to accept that you can't help everyone and just make sure to fully help the ones you can, you know? So, you want to know another thing? Is like when we were really faced with like the challenge of like, are we going to adopt Bella? Am I going to take responsibility for Bella? This is something I was really going over while I was in silence, and I was praying. I prayed on it, and I asked my guides, the angels, the spirits who are watching over me. I said, can I give Bella a good life? And the answer I got back was, she can give you a good life. So, rainy season here in Guatemala. It's just starting and it's already so wet. And it's funny because I always imagined that I would have left by now. You know, when I first came to Guatemala after Egypt, I was like, okay, well, I imagine that I'll stay through the rainy season, and after the rainy season I'll go someplace else. Either I'll go back to Boston if I have to, if my money runs out, or, you know, maybe I also had sights on going to Hawaii, to the island of Kauai, which I hear is very magical. And, you know, life had a different plan for me. You know, and here I am, having adopted a dog and committed to this amazing man and just setting my life on this totally unexpected course. And I guess it's because I chose to stay open and I chose to just choose love. I'm choosing love. So that's my thought. Those are my thoughts for today. What do you think? Oh, thank you. Thank you for the kisses. She's so sweet. Alright. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for being with me. Let me know in the comments below, what would you like to see me make videos about? Is there anything you want to see about my life here in Guatemala? Do you have any questions about the rainy season? I don't know when it's going to end. Apparently it's still really wet through like September and October. There's supposedly a break, but I don't know. This is my first cycle here in Guatemala, so I wonder how many more we'll have. Huh, Bella? She's such a cuddler. She always wants to cuddle. Let's see if she does it. You want to come on my lap? Come here, cuddle bean. Come here, cuddle bear. Yeah. She's a lap dog. Yeah. Here we go. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's where she wants to be. When in doubt, Bella wants to cuddle it out. Bella, you are the cutest and the sweetest. You're the cutest and the sweetest. She's the cutest and the sweetest. You're the cutest and the sweetest. Yes, you are. Alright, guys. Thanks for being with me. I love you very much. No matter where you are, what you're going through, remember, you always have the choice to love yourself. Even if you don't like it, even if you want something different, we can choose to love ourselves in each moment as we make any other choice. And that, my friends, is a choice that can make all the difference. Okay. Bye, Grandma. I love you, Bella. What a good girl. Alright, bye, friends.